I went 0-2 with my hammer saw twice. Now I made a 4-wheel drive version. Smirkcat Sawbot went 0-2 2 times in a row, and then 2-2 at Anime North. So I gave it casted wheels and proceeded to focus on a completely new robot. Fanter is my 2D beater Alex Drive and weight combat robot. I made it in 2 weeks and sent it at the Bingemans BotBrawl event alongside Smirkcat and my sister's robot Ed. Let's see how it went. The first fight for Smirkcat was a depth charge clone called Max-moi. My real game plan here was to slow him down with my wedge and try to get an angle for the hammer saw. Let's see how it went.
2, 1, fight.
Fight your robots, fight. Smirkcat Sawbot, one of the most unique designs we have here. It tries to tank shots on its big front, just like you saw there, and then bring the saw down on top. A lot of robots have a weak top armor. Smirkcat Sawbot tries to take advantage of that. Max-moi is hitting itself all around the arena.
Oh, that armor still working.
Smirkcat Sawbot with a quick self-right. Max-moi might be stuck. No, it's free.
Oh no. Shotgun. Bro is just dead.
And Max-moi, we need motion 10. We have a tap out.
Here's the damage. He ended up hitting the kick plate and flying all over the place. This managed to disable his robot, which led to him dying in front of me. I took this chance to test out my hammer saw, dealing a blow to his TPU shroud. It actually went through and grazed his aluminum uprights. Overall, not a bad match, so let's go straight into the next one. The first fight for Fanter was against Halt and Catch Fire. Halt and Catch Fire was a 4-wheel drive aluminum drum. Fanter was running Alex Drive. Let's see how it goes. Here's the damage. Fanter managed to get some nice hits in. However, the gears I was using on my Alex Drive slipped out a little too far. This caused a few driving errors, which made me lose a fork. The bolt holding onto that fork would then slip out and block the beater from spinning. Overall, not a terrible match, but I think Fanter could do better. Fanter's second fight was a printed Viper kit, which had a titanium top plate and wedge.
Fanter right out of the gate, trying to capitalize on a box rush. Foul attitude, able to dodge it. Do a good job keeping himself pointed at Fanter. Until then. Where's the gun?
We almost did this thing.
Lots of little hits. Nothing super damaging or bending or breaking any motors on Foul attitude though. Foul attitude still fully functional. Now they're the ones cornering Fanter. Fanter slowed down. I don't know if they got some. No, they're fine. They're just being conservative. You didn't win yet, man. Keep going.
He said he run out of battery. Keep going.
I think Fanter's got a little bit of a drive issue now. This would be Foul attitude's opportunity to capitalize.
That'd be the one keep drop walk easier. You can spin up the
Okay, so I was gonna call control motion on Fanter, but then they started strafing and doing cool drifting things, and I can't really say that it's not movement. I don't know where he's moving to, but he is moving. And then Fowl Attitude hasn't. Oh, okay, all right. Fowl Attitude also has just moved outside of their starting zone. They weren't very mobile yet either. Nice. All right, Fanter, you gotta like do a sick drift sideways. These little plastic gears on Fanter look like they're just smooth. I see when, like, the motor's fine, it's spinning, it's just not engaging. I don't know if maybe the axle?
So for about the first minute and a half of the match, Fanter did pretty decent. This was until the gear slipped again. From here on, I could only spin up my weapon and hope the vibration could move me. This system actually worked insanely well, and Fanter became a bristlebot. This lasted for the remaining duration of the match, and Fanter managed to win due to a judge's decision. So, now for his next match. Fanter's third and final fight of the day was Ed. Ed is a horizontal spinner driven by my sister. Let's see what happens.
Some force behind Ed's weapon. But also for Fanter.
So here's the damage. Fanter's weapon actually managed to get some bite, and my sister, for some godforsaken reason, decided to run her weapon backwards, which meant she got no bite. After a nice volley of hits, Fanter won due to exposed lipo. I think the drive on Fanter could still use some work, but its weapon does hit surprisingly hard for a 2D beater. Now on to the next day. The first fight of day 2 and the second fight for Smirkcat was Stability, a fingertech beater bar. Let's see how it goes.
3, 2, 1,
The new forks on Smirkcat did great in deflecting the beater. They gave me a huge opportunity to go for a pin and get my first ever lipo shot. Now on to the next match. Fight number 3 for Smirkcat was against Shredder. Shredder is a horizontal spinner that runs a 6-cell lipo. As expected, the Smirkcat wedge did great, but unexpectedly, my weapon wires were a little too loose and out of the robot, which ended up getting unplugged and interfering with my front left wheel. But it still drove pretty well, granting me a win due to judge's decision. Now for Fanter's fourth fight of the tournament, it was red hot, a two-wheel drive vertical spinner. Fanter was not in the best shape, but let's just run it and see what happens.
Fanter caught in the pursuit at the opening gate and railroad right corner. Red Hot trying to keep his weapon pointed towards Fanter. Not sure how capable of forward movement it really is.
Nice.
Fanter trying to get some good hits on the wheels. After great hits now, Fanter is on top game right now.
I think drives better with the red nose.
There goes the motor.
One more hit.
So here's what happened. Fanter's bearing was slipped out of the upright, and it caused so much vibration that it unscrewed half of my drive motor screws. And after a decent hit from Red Hot, it just flew out. The other drive motor got so hot that it melted the PLA mounting it was placed on. And now with both drive motors impaired, the only movement option for Fanter was to vibrate around. Thankfully, Fanter won by judge's decision. Now on to the next fight. Smirkcat's fourth fight was against Double Time, the winner of the previous two BotBrawl events. So Smirkcat's drive rail was not screwed in, which made it so that when it popped out of the chassis, so did everything else. I originally thought that I fucking ruined everything in this fight, and a lot of things would need to be repaired. However, I only ended up needing to replace one drive motor. So overall, not that bad.
Mic check.
Fanter's fifth fight was against Stability. Wait a minute, this guy seems familiar. Let's see how this goes.
I used to cop a lot, I never cop no drop. Old mics like ponytails tight, pop out. Stop saying around 607 cycle, don't stick around. Broken household ain't usually said hostility. What an MF, I like to take minutes to the end for 2 milli. That's a rodeo deal, double. Rappers need to fall off just to save you the trouble. Yo, watch your back, go out alone, black. Stay up the song, champions too old, cognac. On doomsday, ever since the womb till I'm back where my brother went, that's what my tumor say. Right above my government dueling, either unmarked or engraved, hey, who's to say? I wrote this one in BCDC.
Now, you may be asking why Fanter ran a wedge. It was because I thought it would drive better. It did not drive better. Turns out lockdown in my screws was actually very important. In this fight, Fanter ended up losing another drive motor, and the M3 shoulder bolt for the pulley on the other side ended up getting bent, inhibiting drive once again. Fanter went 3-2 for its first outing, which I personally think isn't even that bad. The next version should hopefully fix all the various issues that happened at the event. The fifth fight for Smirkcat is left shoe, right foot. Somehow, I always manage to fight him at almost every BotBrawl event. So, let's see how it goes.
When they thought pink polos are hurt the rock before Cam got the shit pop, the doors is closed. I felt like bad boy street team. I couldn't walk the locks. Now let's go. Take them back to the plan. Me and my mama hopped in that U-Haul van. Any pessimists, I ain't talk to them. Plus I ain't had no phone in my apartment. Let's take them back to the club. At least about an hour I stand online. I just wanted to dance. I went to Jacob an hour after I got my advance. I just wanted to shine. Jay favorite line, dog, in due time. Now ain't look at me like, damn, dog, you what I am. A hip-hop legend, I think I died in an accident, cause this must be heaven. I gotta testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day I die, I'ma touch the sky. Oh, gotta testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day I die, I'ma touch the sky. Now let's take them high. Back with Slick Rick, got the shit to pop. I do anything to say I got it. Damn, what's in my pocket. Before everybody wanted K-West beats, me and my girls split the buffet at KFC. Dog, I was having nervous breakdowns. Like, man, these niggas that much better than me. Baby, I'm going on an airplane, and I don't know when I'll be back again. Sure enough, I sent the plane tickets, but when she came to kick it, things became different. Any girl I cheated on, sheets skeeted on, couldn't keep it at home, thought I needed a knee home. I'm trying to right my wrongs, but it's funny I'm saying wrongs. Help me write the song now. I gotta testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day you die, you gon' touch the sky. You gon' touch the sky, baby girl. Testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day you die, you gon' touch the sky. Still like looping the bird. Here like this, on the curb. Peach fuzz buzz, but bit on the verge. Let's slow it down like river on the serve. Bottle shaped body like Mrs. Butterworth. But before you say another word, I'm back on the block like I'm laying on the street. I'm trying to stop lying like I'm up block, but I'm not lying when I'm laying on the beat. On guard, a touche, Lupe, cool as the unthaw, but I still feel possessed as a gunshot. Come as correct as a pawn star, and the fresh pair steps in my best one car. So I represent the first. Now let me in my verse right where the horns are. Like, I gotta testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day you die, you gon' touch the sky. You gon' touch the sky, baby girl. Testify. Come up
Here's the damage. That last hit managed to kill Left Shoe Right Foot's weapon motor, and somewhere throughout that match, one of his drive motors also just decided to give up. Smirkcat ends up winning from a judge's decision. Now on to the next match. The next fight for Smirkcat was against First Strike. First Strike is a custom brushless two-wheel drive beater. The driver and builder of First Strike actually helped me make the first proper Smirkcat wedge. So let's see how the fight goes.
Fight robots, fight!
I think it's time to blow this thing. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jump.
Smirking Cat saw, bring that saw down on top. Again! Definitely some damage being done. Right into the chassis! First Strike may not have that weapon anymore after that last huge impact. And that's going to make it 10 seconds in here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. That is impressively quick. And that's going to make it hard for Smirkcat Sawbot to bring that saw down or line it up into a corner. On the other hand, is First Strike doing anything to Smirkcat Sawbot by doing that?
Here's the damage. One of the first hits managed to snipe his weapon motor, which granted me the opportunity to get multiple pins and hits in. The next volley of attacks managed to shatter through the UHMW top plate and eviscerate the rest of his remaining motors. The hammer saw finally works on Smirkcat, but now for the next match. The seventh fight for Smirkcat was O Invincible. O Invincible is a newly designed four-wheel drive vert, so let's see how it goes.
Hey, wait a minute, if he's invincible, how come I can see him?
We've seen Smirkcat do some serious damage when he gets an opportunity. O Invincible's got to be focused on not giving those. Smirkcat is somewhat of a glass cannon. He doesn't have any wheel guards, doesn't have thick arm. It depends on the maneuvering. Big shot there. Smirkcat seems okay after it. O Invincible still hasn't gotten a really big shot yet. We know it's capable. Saw hits, it'll take those little blows underneath. And ooh, the weapon is just stopped on O Invincible. Backs off and spins back up. Ooh, Sawbot saw an opportunity. He's got to be careful. That Sawbot hits the spinning blade on O Invincible. It's done for. It's meant to do damage, not take it. Good opportunity for O Invincible. Smirking Cat, 10. 10. Oh, he's back in action. Manages to get out of a potential knockout ball.
1 minute remaining.
Invincible did a great job avoiding all of my pins, which in turn gave him a nice hit on Smirkcat. I actually forgot to change the PLA arm gear before the match, which ended up ovaling out mid-match. Smirkcat's arm did not work at this point, and this ended up giving Invincible a free hit, completely killing my repeat dual ESC. Overall, this was a decent event for both Fanter and Smirkcat, and I can't wait to upgrade and rebuild both of them. Speaking of build, I won a JCR ant hub for 3rd place with Smirkcat, which means I am immediately putting it into a new ant and breaking it. Sorry, Seth.